UCLA made it all the way to the Final Four in the 24-25 season, with many feeling they could go all the way. They had an exceptional season with only 2 losses in the regular season, both coming from their in-state rival USC. Well, Coach Corey Close had homework to do at the end of the season to calculate what it would take to get them over the hump in the 25-26 season, and boy, did she understand the assignment. UCLA lost a valuable freshman that could solidify their future, but no big deal, as Coach Close recruited and added major heat from the transfer portal and the recruiting class. Welcome back to Davis Sports Report, where we bring you exciting and fun sports news. If you haven't already hit the like button, go ahead and do so. Also, subscribe to help us reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. Now, let's get into the new and improved UCLA 25-26 roster. Starting with the backcourt. First up is the guards, and that's Kiki Rice, and she is a senior at 5'11". She averaged 12.8 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 5 assists at a 48.5 field goal percentage and a 36.5 three-point percentage. She led the team in assists and was second in scoring. She was a 2025 first-team All-Big Ten, 2024 All-Pac-12, 2022 co-MVP of the McDonald's All-American Games, 2022 FIBA U18 America's Championship MVP, and she ranked number 2 in the 2022 recruiting class. Rice has been a starter for the Bruins all the way back to her freshman year, averaging points in the double digits every year, well surpassing the 1,000 career points milestone. And then we have one of the top 5 in the transfer portal, Gianna Neepkins, who transferred in from Utah. She averaged 19.3 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists at a 50.4 field goal percentage. She led the Utah Utes in scoring and second in assists. And I will be honest, I wasn't checking for Utah women's basketball, but she caught my attention when she put up 16 against their defeat over Notre Dame. She was 8th in the nation for three-pointers made, with a total of 94 at a 44.8 three-point percentage. The girl is on fire from the three. She is Steph Curry with shooting the lights out, sending her opponents nighty-night. UCLA women's basketball head coach Corey Close lauded Neepkins, calling her the perfect piece to elevate the team's chances at a national championship. In June of 2025, Neepkins was selected to the 12-player roster for the USA Women's AmeriCup team, marking her debut for playing with Team USA. During the AmeriCup competitions, Neepkins averaged 9.7 points, and with her average to me heavily skewed lower by the last 2 games where she got limited minutes. In her 7-game series, she put up 13 of 26 from the 3, making her percentage 50% from the arch. She truly gained new fans from around the world with her performance, as well as a fan right here on Davis Sports Report. Next up is Gabriela Yaquez, and she is a senior at 6 feet. She not only played basketball for the Bruins, she also plays softball. Yaquez averaged 9.6 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.2 assists at a 52.3 field goal percentage, and from the 3, she is 34.8%. She finished the year with 34 turnovers, which is less than 1 per game, meaning the treasure is safe with her. She played in the 2025 FIBA AmeriCup for Team Mexico, averaging 12 points per game and 6.1 rebounds per game. Yaquez received the Rising Star Award in her first AmeriCup representing Mexico, leading her team to their best performance since the teams finished 6th in 2011. And a rising star she was. Next up is Charlize Ledger-Walker. She is a grad student at 5'10". She transferred to the Bruins in the 24-25 but was out the entire season with injury. Prior to that, she played with the Washington Cougars, where she averaged 16.6 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, and 3.7 assists. Stats on stats on stats reflect that she has the versatility needed at this level and the next. Walker played 4 years with the Cougars, with one of those being the 2020 C19 makeup year, and she was very consistent all 4 years, averaging in the high teens 3 of the 4 years. In her freshman year, she averaged 18.8 points, second year was 16.1 points, and third year 17.7 points, and the rebounding has been consistent as well. Guys, keep your eyes open on this one. Oh, and she's not shabby from the three-point line either. Then we have Lena Bilek. She is a freshman and she is 6'3". She played in the 2025 FIBA U18 Women's Eurobasket Division B with Team Croatia, where she averaged 23.6 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 4.1 assists per game. 23.6 points per game. Yeah. Bilek racked up 19 three-pointers in the 7-game series, including 6 in the final game against Lithuania, to solidify the bronze medal for Team Croatia. She ended the game with a whopping 41 points. The final score in that game was 88-83, meaning Bilek was 6 points shy of scoring 50% of Croatia's points. Talk about putting a team on your back and literally carrying them over the finish line. UCLA fans, you have to be excited about this. This one-woman show is teaming up with a major machine. This team just keeps getting scarier and scarier. Next up is Christina Karamuzzi. She is a freshman at 6 feet. Karamuzzi has international experience playing with Sweden at the Scania Cup G19. Coach Corey Close states, Christina has got a passion for making winning plays and making people better. If she needs to dive on the floor for an extra possession, she's going to do that. If she needs to come alongside a teammate who's struggling, she's going to do that. If she needs to set a great screen, she's going to do that. If she needs to hit a big-time three, she's going to do that. End quote. Coach Corey Close sounds like she has been highly impressed by the work ethic of this young freshman. Next up is Megan Grant. She is a senior at 5'10". She is another softball star. Grant joins the Bruins as a senior, even though this will be her first year representing the Bruins on the hardwood. Megan wrote on Instagram, "Words can't express how grateful I am now to be able to represent both UCLA softball and UCLA women's basketball, two elite and legendary programs. Basketball was my first love and has always brought out a childlike spirit in me. So putting on this jersey and being a small piece in this historically great program is a dream come true. I can't thank Coach I and Coach Corey enough for allowing me to live out Little Meg's dream." We will see what kind of minutes she gets with the Lady Bruins this season, and congratulations to her for getting to live out her dream. Before we move on to the front court, we would really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button to help us get in the algorithm so more sports fans like yourself can find this video. Now for the front court, we will start with the center, and that is Lauren Betts. She is a senior and she is 6'7". Betts was the top scorer, rebounder, and block shots for the Bruins last season, averaging 20.2 points, 9.5 rebounds, 2.7 assists at a 64.8 field goal percentage. Man, what can you say? She was 5th on the leaderboard for block shots, averaging 2.9 blocks per game. Enter at your own risk. The UCLA website states that Lauren was a unanimous selection for Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year by coaches and the conference. Achieved first Bruin with 600-plus points, 300-plus rebounds, 100-plus blocks in a season. Set a new single-season block record with her 100 rejections this year. Also captured the UCLA single-game blocks record with 9 against number 25 Baylor at the Coretta Scott King Classic. It also states that Betts became the 3rd player to record multiple 30-point, 10-rebound double-doubles in the NCAA tournament in the last 25 years, joining the great Elena Del Don and Brittany Griner. 2 of the greats, and this says a lot about Betts. A few of her 2025 accomplishments is that she was voted first team All-Big Ten, Big Ten All-Defensive Team, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, Spokane 1 Regional All-Region Team, and Most Outstanding Player, 2025 Lisa Leslie Center of the Year.
Congratulations to Lauren Betts on winning the Lisa Leslie Award. Wow, there was some stiff competition. Lauren Betts, you have dominated all season. You've been a program changer. Getting UCLA to the Final Four for the first time ever. I couldn't think of a better center that could win the award. I love what you've been able to do in the paint, your dominance on the inside offensively, and my favorite defense and blocking shots. Congratulations. Wow. And listen, I hear you're going back, coming back to college to UCLA for another year. You're only going to continue to get better. You might win the award again. I wish you the best of luck. No pressure.
And the list goes on and on and on and on, but we get the big picture, right? Betts is solidified as one of the UCLA greats, period, no question. Heck, I'd go so far as to say she is going to be one of the all-time greats at the next level. I love to watch her. I love to see the passion she brings, and I look forward to seeing her on the court very soon. Now we're moving on to the forwards. First up is Sienna Betts. She is a freshman at 6'4". Yes, she is the younger sister of Lauren Betts. She has joined the party. Welcome, the number 2 ranked player of the 2025 recruiting class. We have nicknamed Sienna Baby Betts. Sienna participated in the FIBA U19 this summer, and man, was she amazing. The spin cycle for me. She plays with such ease, such confidence, such force. She doesn't back down if a defender is in her face. She simply goes around them to get her bucket or forces them to foul. She tied for 7th in scoring with 102 points, 2nd in total rebounds with 70, showed accuracy from the free throw line, 2nd in total blocks with 15, and she had 7 steals. She ranked 7th on my top U19 performers, which is very high considering I was looking at all the international players, and some of those international players had to make heroic efforts as they didn't have the same supporting cast as Team USA, who was stacked with outstanding players. Sienna was the MVP of the 2025 McDonald's All-American, scoring 16 points and grabbed 7 rebounds to lead the West team to a 104-82 victory over the East team. Baby Betts was also pivotal in the Nike Hoop Summit win, and she already has 2 gold medals. Here's my take on Sienna. She's ready to hit the floor year 1. She's not a freshman that needs adjusting time. She has what it takes coming in the door. And how exciting is it going to be to see her play alongside her sister Lauren? It's going to be crazy. Both of these ladies so good at what they do. Then we have Tamia Gardner. She is a senior at 6'3". She averaged 7.6 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 1 assist at a 41.8 field goal percentage. The 2024-25 season was Gardner's first year with the Bruins, and she did take reduced minutes, but was still able to put up 64 three-pointers for the Bruins last year. She added major contributions in the postseason, scoring 3 or more three-pointers in 4 of the final 6 games. In her previous year with Oregon, she was the Pac-12 Sixth Woman of the Year, and Gardner is great from deep and a weapon used by the Bruins to bring her off the bench when they needed the big points. Then we have Angela Dugalic. She is a grad student at 6'4". She averaged 7.4 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 2.4 assists at a 42.7 field goal percentage. She led the team in steals with 50 and came in second for block shots. She played for the Serbian national team in the 2025 FIBA, and she won gold in 2021 Eurobasket competition. Dugalic started all but 1 game for the Bruins last season, improving in percentages across the board. Field goals, three-pointers, free throw, assists, steals, and blocks. I don't think people were expecting those improvements, leaving her wide open, and she was that player that would drain a 3 when they least expected it. And lastly is Amanda Muse. She is a redshirt sophomore, and she is 6'4". She averaged 1.6 points, 1.5 rebounds, and 0.4 assists at a 45.5 field goal percentage in her freshman season, which was 23-24. She did not appear in the 24-25 season due to injury. Muse came in as a freshman and got limited minutes, but did what she could with the minutes given. We are happy to see Muse back on the floor for the upcoming season. And that wraps up the roster. This is the perfect blend of new fresh talent and battle-tested veterans that now know the way. Let's take a quick look at the guards. This is a powerful backcourt. They have several players capable of being a major threat from the 3. And as we do, we count up the McDonald's All-Americans. For the guards, we only have 2. Several of the players are international players like Ledger Walker, Billick, and Karamuzzi, therefore making them ineligible, and Neebkins was a finalist but ultimately not chosen, which turns out to be a mistake, I believe. Now, moving on to the front court, we will look at the forwards and the 1 center altogether. A great mix of very talented players with the number 2 ranked Betts and vets that'll either play alongside her or potentially get reduced minutes because of her. I'm telling you guys, she is that good. And for the McDonald's All-Americans, drum roll, there are all 5. Say what? Yes, the entire front court is McDonald's All-Americans. Okay, let's not get stuck there as we have some business to address. Yes, let's see if we can figure out who the starting 5 will be. Last year, returning starters are almost the entire starting 5. Backcourt was Gabrielle Yaquez and Kiki Rice. Frontcourt was Angela Dugalic and, of course, Lauren Betts. Do we think all 4 of these will remain starters? Let's do a little digging. In that major Final Four loss to UConn, all of the starters, with the exception of Angela Dugalic, played 33-plus minutes of the game. Not so sure about that strategy, but it's water under the bridge now. Of those, Gabrielle Yaquez was 0 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3, contributing a big fat 0 for the game. Kiki Rice contributed 8 points, 3 of which came from free throws. And Lauren Betts shouldered the offensive burden with 26 points, over half of the total 51 points scored by the Bruins. Now, this is a problem because we aren't talking a bunch of freshmen. These are vets. Our surefire returning starters in the front court is Lauren Betts. I believe Kiki Rice, despite the aforementioned Final Four performance, will remain as the starting point guard. That is if she has returned from shoulder surgery that she had performed in April. All in all, I don't expect her to be out the entire season, though. Now, Gianna Neepkins is a senior who has started nearly every game of her collegiate career, and for good reason. She brings the results. I'm swayed to believe that this will remain the same for her. She's consistent from scoring in the double digits all but 3 games last year, and 2 of those were 9-point games. So with that track record, I'm going to say Neepkins will be in the Bruins' starting backcourt lineup. That gives us 2 in the backcourt and 1 in the front court. Will Angela Dugalic rejoin Betts, or could this job potentially go to the freshman Baby Betts? We also have to remember we have returning Amanda Muse and the versatile Tamia Gardner. I'm not sure on this one, but I would love to see Baby Betts get heavy minutes. Refocusing on the backcourt, where we now have 2 that we feel are solid. Returning starter is Gabrielle Yaquez, and I'll be honest, that Final Four performance was abysmal. But Yaquez is a solid player. That being said, Charlize Ledger-Walker is returning, and she is making getting buckets look as easy as taking candy from a baby. Not that I'd ever do that, I'm just saying. The girl is a walking bucket. And we can't forget about the international firepower coming in, Lena Billick. All 3 of these players bring a lot to the table, leaving me wondering what are the magic pieces to this puzzle. I'd love to hear what you think. Drop your comments below. Let our community know who you think the starting 5 will be. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this one. Also, let me know if you think this team is going to bring home that natty that many expected would happen last year. Could it be the revenge tour? And for the last time, if you guys did not like and subscribe, please go ahead and do so. And with that, I will be signing off, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.